Welcome to another Star Wars comic video, and today we're taking a look at another episode of the Star Wars Adventures Ghost of Vader's Castle series. So, let's jump straight into the story. Two people are inside the outpost. They are talking about past events while repairing the station. Skrit looks back at the good times of the past, the adventures and dangers they both had to go through. However, the man with the long and thick orange beard, Hud, seems to be a bit agitated and replies to his peaceful friend, recalling the time he nearly died over and over and the time he was brutally tortured. Noticing the negative energy from Hud, Skrit asks what has gotten into him. Being a bit dismissive, Hud explains simply he's been tired from his lack of sleep, though he tries to quickly change the subject and focus on the work. Skrit, choosing not to provoke the question any further, continues with the work, but he can't help but to ask if Hud doesn't miss the past even a little. But just as Hud replied, a big Minok comes out of nowhere and charges directly at Hud. But before the flying Minok could do any harm, Skrit quickly rolls up into a ball and jumps straight into the creature, knocking him out of his path, leaving the creature fleeing scared from the outpost. After calming down a bit, they are humored by a bit of joke, before Skrit voices his concerns once more to Hud, wondering why he's been acting so anxious and so reactive as of late. Hud explains he's been having trouble sleeping because there are dreams that keep bothering him, a nightmare that he has been having every day, which never seems to change. Inside a spaceship somewhere in the galaxy, Hud is sitting right next to Luke Skywalker. He wonders if he is the right man for the job, showing uncertainty, but Luke comforts him by letting him know that he's undoubtedly the man for the task they're about to face, as he had been personally vouched by none other than Captain Graf. However, all that Hud knows is that they are looking for Jedi artifacts. Despite trying to show confidence, deep down Hud feels anxious, wondering why Lena would even consider this as an excellent job for Hud, and why going for artifacts would be a smart idea. The last time he did that, he was tortured by a Sith acolyte and was nearly killed by Darth Vader on Mustafar. Landing on the planet Dagobah, Luke, R2-D2 and Hud walks out of the spaceship and begins their quest. Though Hud, feeling a bit afraid, questions the choice of landing on a planet and hoping that they landed because they took a wrong turn. Skywalker confirms that they are in the correct place, and R2-D2 beeps out in memory of the place, saying something to Luke. Luke tells R2 that he misses him too, thinking about the old Grand Master Yoda, who became one with the Force not long ago. Though in the meantime, Hud slowly ventures alone, feeling a dark presence around him. He then falls back onto the ground, screaming in shock as he recognizes an evil face from his past. Luke runs over, only to see a big rotten tree in front of Hud, with no person in sight. While they walk further into the forest, Luke explains it's pretty normal to feel disorientated on the planet for the first-time visitors. But before he can get his sentence finished, he stops in shock, seeing something he wished he never did. Yoda's old hut is now completely destroyed and ruined. Luke and R2 wonder what happened to it, but Hud finds a holoprojector in the water and wonders if it could help them give an explanation. As Luke and Hud look through the projecting hologram, they see an ambitious individual who speaks highly of Dagobah, wanting to populate it and change it into the Republic's newest destination for the rich. But then, in the recording, the man is all of a sudden attacked by a giant monster. Afraid of what he saw, Hud drops the holoprojector, though Luke picks it up with the Force right before it hits the water. Luke warns that they need to be on the lookout for anything dangerous, but then, there, out of the water jumps out a massive monster directly at Hud, screaming with a voice of terror, filled with sharp teeth, glowing red eyes, and a rotten fish-like body. Shouting to Luke, wondering who the creature is, Luke warns Hud not to get in the way, but Hud is too slow and gets hit by the monster, knocking him into the water. Submerged in the dark, muddy water, he sees something terrifying, as a group of skeletons and the skeleton of Lena and Skrit are slowly getting closer and closer, while they speak his name through its darkness. Managing to wake himself up, he gets out of the water and starts to look for Luke and R2, wondering where they are, as they are not responding to his calls. While walking, Hud is abruptly approached by a long white snake.
Where are you going, human? You know you are alone, don't you?
As Hud tries to escape, the snake's face changes into the evil man he recognizes from the past.
No one's coming to save you this time. Not like before.
Trying to find Luke Skywalker, hoping he can help, he stumbles upon a gruesome sight. Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker is hanging upside down from a tree, but with no flesh attached to his body. Only a skeleton and his clothes are to see. R2 is also hanging from the tree, all torn apart with pieces everywhere. Hud struggles to believe what he had seen and falls back into a pile of human skulls. But then, something strange happens. Luke's skeleton starts to speak to Hud as if he was alive. Wondering how it's possible, Luke says that the Force is out of balance and that the only way to save everyone and everything is to face the monster in combat. Luke tries to encourage Hud to use the lightsaber with the help of the Force. But Hud is too afraid and tries to escape, though he stumbles into the water, picks himself up, and reminds himself to be courageous with the help of the Force, standing face to face with the monster. The monster is frightened and runs away into the woods. Laughing at it, Hud feels confident for the first time. Luke and R2, now resurrected and back in their normal form, congratulate Hud for standing against the monster, telling him that not even the dark spirits of the swamp can stand against the mighty Hud, making Hud feel happy and relieved. Though as they both walk to their starship, Luke turns his head, looking back with a smile on his face. There, the bright and powerful ghost of Master Yoda looks at them both, smiling after witnessing all that had happened. Back at the outpost, Hud and Skrit talks about the dream, as Hud insists the dreams have to carry a deeper meaning. But just as he moves a crate from a stack, they are attacked by a large group of Minocs. But then, a bright flash shines all over the outpost, scaring the Minocs away. As the starship lands in front of Hud and Skrit, out walks Lena and Jackson. Lena tells him that Milo is in danger and that they need to go back to Mustafar, back to Vader's castle. What do you guys think of this story? I think personally this story is the most brutal one out of the ones we have read so far, but it would be cool to know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. The next one is going to be quite interesting, so stay tuned for that. And if you did like the video, let us know in the comment section and hit the like button and, you know, all that good stuff. You know how that works. But as always, thank you, and may the Force be with you.